What's going on, friends? Welcome back to The Art of Violence. Today, what we're going to be talking about is the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight that's going to be transpiring here, taking place, and I believe the next 4 to 5 hours. It's going to be epic. I am so excited, and yeah, it's going to be dope. So, how is this going to play out? Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? What are the probabilities? What are the likelihoods of each one winning? And I want to get into this because this is a really interesting fight, and you know, the truth is either fighter really could finish the other one. I mean, they both have ridiculous knockout power. Ryan has a check hook that is just out of this world. Probably the best check hook we have ever seen in boxing. I mean, it's so fast. It's so strong. It's so quick. It's so sneaky. It's so non-telegraphic. It just comes out of nowhere, and it literally just shuts people's lights out. I mean, it just ends people. I mean, there's been some knockouts he's finished guys. There's been some fights he's had where he's finished guys, and like I have to replay it and like slow it down to see, you know, the punch he landed, and it's the check hook because it's that fast. And I mean, if you got to do that, if you can barely see it in a replay, you know, it's like I can imagine what it's like to be standing there right in front of him, you know, trying to block it or evade it or counter it or move out of the way of it. So Ryan Garcia can definitely finish Gervonta Davis. Ryan's also very smart. He has beautiful timing. You know, he's intelligent the way he sets things up. Does sometimes get a little defensively irresponsible. I don't think he's really fought someone who can make him pay yet for that defensive irresponsibility. Luke Campbell did expose him a little bit, did show that, you know, sometimes he does leave himself out of position or leaves his chin too high or, you know, doesn't really move after he strikes. But, you know, Ryan Garcia impressively came back and was able to beat Luke Campbell, which, you know, definitely proved himself even more. The thing is, if that's Gervonta Davis that lands that punch, the same one that Luke Campbell landed, and if Gervonta just lands once or twice clean, this fight could easily be over. Gervonta has thudding power. Gervonta is a powerhouse of a man. I think he's only 5'6", 5'7", but when that guy hits you, man, people go to sleep. His power is much more of a thud. It's much more of just like a truck versus Ryan's is like a 22 sniper that just comes out of nowhere, right? If he gets you in that right spot, it's pretty much done. The speed of his punch is just so fast. If he just even touches you there, you're just going out because you can't even really see it. So they both have phenomenal power. However, I do not think that power is what really wins fights, despite what most people think. I think it comes down to intelligence and ring IQ and positioning. I got to say, for me personally, it's going to be very difficult to see Ryan Garcia beating Gervonta Davis with just some random punch that Gervonta doesn't see. His main weapon is his check hook. That's the main one he knocks people out with. That's the main one he's very educated with. He can snap it in a split second. It has ridiculous power. He has good positioning with it, but again, he has defensive irresponsibility, leaving himself in positions after he strikes, leaving his chin in the air, not moving enough, not utilizing footwork, just being solely reliant on landing that big punch and putting his opponent out. I have a feeling that when that doesn't work with Gervonta, because Gervonta is just too smart defensively, he's not going to put himself in dumb positions. He's not going to allow himself to be vulnerable. As many of Ryan Garcia's other opponents have, you look at a lot of Ryan Garcia's knockouts, it's come from guys kind of just walking into his punches, underestimating his speed and power and preciseness, or guys who just sit there and try and, you know, kind of bang with him, and that doesn't go well. You never want to do that with a guy, especially like Ryan Garcia, who's significantly faster than you. Ryan Garcia is pretty much faster than anyone. So I just don't see Tank getting in a war with him like that. I don't see Tank making dumb decisions. I see Tank being very responsible and defensively adequate, and I see him waiting, setting Ryan up, and landing, you know, those beautiful couple shots that he needs to land to put Ryan Garcia away. It's just very difficult for me to see Gervonta making a dumb mistake and getting caught. However, does that mean it won't happen? No. Could he still get knocked out? Yes, 100%. I think if this fight ends early, I think it's probably going to be Ryan Garcia knocking Gervonta Davis out if it's within 5. If it goes past 5, I think Gervonta will probably find a shot and win. If not, could potentially outpoint Ryan, take him into those deep waters, drown him, and win the fight there. I do think Gervonta Davis is going to win. I think his fundamentals are just too crisp. I think he knows Ryan's weapons so well, and I just don't think he's going to put himself in a position to get compromised. I think he's going to be hyper defensively conscious, cognizant, and aware in this fight. I do not see Gervonta making a dumb mistake and just getting clipped. However, it could happen. It could happen. We don't know. I think this is Gervonta's fight to win and to lose. I think if he makes good decisions, he'll win. If I think he makes bad decisions, he will lose. So that's my final prediction. Gervonta Davis, knockout, probably by the 8th or 9th. I could see Gervonta getting an early KO, though, as well. So it's just so interesting. I think Gervonta will finish him within 9 rounds, maybe even earlier. I don't think this fight will go to a decision. I hope not. I hope someone gets knocked out. I know I say that here as a fan when these fighters are putting their lives on the line. Yeah, I think someone's going to get finished. I think Gervonta Davis will win, and we shall see how the cookie crumbles. So this is The Art of Violence, and until next time.